you feel
I know you
the
feel
electric vibration.
the electric vibration
Because
real.
one thing, my queen, you make my soul glow. I know you feel the electric vibration. Cause one thing, my queen, you make my soul
Girl, you
glow.
know all about my heart like a cardiologist. When we first met, I felt the shake of your hand like Parkinson. Never endorsed like lawyers with the back.
Yo, we are in the building. It's your boy Steven the Dream. This, that, and the third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Esud, King Cannon. I am here back for another interview. I have a very, very special artist with me this time. I won't even call him just a rapper, even though he is a rapping ass mofo. But I just think that he's a creative. I don't think we can put him in a box actually because he does just more than rap. But when you see him, you gotta be ready because he coming with the bars, but the visuals, the promotion. Let's just get into it. Bud, how you doing, man? It's good to see you.
I'm good. I appreciate you, Steven, for having me here for this, that, and the third dope platform.
Absolutely, man. We glad to have you here, man. When I first saw you, when we first had a conversation, I looked and was like, I don't know about this one right here. Let me but as we spoke about, that's kind of how you wanted it to be. I checked out the
Right.
videos and it turned my mind immediately from this cover art look wild to he giving me bars to the visual is crazy. What's going on right now? Let's just start out. Where does the creative mindset come for you to put together the type of visuals you put together? Is it somebody else that comes to you and says this is what we're gonna do? Is it all coming from yourself? Like, tell me what's the mindset behind what you put out there as far as visual wise?
My creativity come from myself, of course. I come up with the ideas, all the props, the locations. Everybody that works with me knows their process. They know how I am. They know how I work when I do songs. I'm the creator behind it, with the concepts, the ideas. Of course, with the rappers, they write. With the singers, I write, their stuff and they write too. But at the end of the day, it all comes from just wanting to give people the unexpected. I want people to be amazed when they see the creativity, and I want people to know that it's more than what they see through their pupils every day. It's another generation, out here. But at the end of the day, my generation, I'm bringing that with their generation and all the generations together. I'm just trying to collide everybody together to have the experience of a lifetime.
Nice, nice. BUD stands for Better Understand This.
Yeah.
Why BUD? Have you always been BUD? If not, who were you before BUD in this
Yeah,
game?
actually my nickname is Bud. I just pretty much, put the acronym together. At first, I went by King BUD, but rest in peace to Nate Quick, who was on Power 98.
Rest in peace, Nate Quick. Yes,
He
sir.
played my song when I was probably a teenager. My dad went up to the station one time and gave him my disc, and he played it. And, he had a talk with me and was like, you just probably want to get rid of the King and go with something more, that people can identify with. So I was just like, okay, I dropped it. I took that advice at a young age, and then, I came up with BUD, Better Understand This, with the acronyms, with the dashes in between.
You mentioned Nate Quick. Nate Quick, No Limit, Artie the One Woman Party. Those are three people that are influential in my career too. They're the reason I'm doing what I'm doing right now. As a young kid, I was actually able to go up to Power 98 and actually sat in the studio and I just watched them work and was like, I want to do this one day. So the fact that Nate Quick had a influence on you while he was around too, that lets you know that was somebody that was really touching people, doing great things. So
Right,
R.I.P. to
exactly.
Nate Quick for sure. Very influential person in the Charlotte scene, but clearly in just music altogether. Tell me some other influences that you have in music, maybe in art, maybe just in general that have helped you bring BUD to light today.
I would definitely say TV shows, video games, Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Role playing games. Me and my sister Erica used to play. Just hearing my parents in general play music throughout my childhood. My dad was a big Luther Vandross fan. Of course, my mom liked Anita Baker.
Yes.
TLC, SWV. the greats. Michael Jackson, of course, was like the big time in our home, and you know, my sister, my older sister Shanita, she used to always dance to Janet. What is it called?
Control?
No, the one where she in the chair, you know, moving around.
Oh.
Yeah, she used to do that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So just, you know,
Classic.
seeing that at a young age, and I always wanted to be involved with the music. I used to always call myself, you know, mimicking the artist that was on the radio and listening to the countdowns, waiting to call in the radio station, like,
Okay.
hey, you know, I want to request this or whatever. But I just really feel like I was meant to do this. Like, I'm the missing key as far as when it comes to the creativity aspect. Like, people don't, you know, people want to rap and stuff, but people don't really want to rap. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it's a difference between being a rapper and really rapping and getting your message and conveying to people, like, this is what I really want y'all to see. And with my artistry, it comes just from all elements, you know, of day-to-day life. My friend situations, family events, of course, good and bad.
Right.
Whatever. It comes from the news. It comes from magazines. It comes from social media. Whatever we see day-to-day life, you know, I just say it comes from all components.
That's interesting because I do the same thing. I take a lot of maybe things I've grown up on or maybe things that I've seen, and I'm able to convey them or use that in everyday life. I want to talk about the tape a little bit.
Okay.
The tape is the Outer Savage Experience.
And I'm a real savage by blood, by the way. That's my real last name.
He's a real savage here.
Real savage.
Tape is here. It's not. I like the packaging, the way you put it together. Before we get into the actual music, I just want to show the people the promo that we got here from the stickers. Look, I'm officially stamped. I'm an Outer Savage now. I got the sticker on the Forget Apple. They ain't giving us the check. You know what I'm saying? So we going with the Outer Savage Experience. My man's got his own air freshener here. Like, look, y'all see this? This is real deal. This is his own air freshener. On top of that, now, can I show this yet?
You can show.
A coloring book, folks. Like, this is real deal marketing that's going behind a project right now that's really good. Talk about what you've done to be different or to up what you bring to just the music and the marketing as well, because I think that's very important, the things that I got here.
I would say it comes from just, you know, learning how to brand myself and be, you know, they always say with artists, you gotta distinguish yourself and make our own lane. And I feel like with what I'm doing and what me and Dewan Barrino doing, because at the end of the day, he's the man behind the production along with Cap Beats and Savvy Bayou Beats. Shout out to them. They're my bros. Like, I just feel like we in this together and we creating the sound and we trying to push the envelope for real. So, you know, I got mad respect for all of them and everybody on the album. You know, I just feel like what I created is just a moment in life. It's just a milestone for me because it's my first debut album, even though I've been doing music so long.
Right.
You know, and I just feel like what I'm trying to do and what I'm gonna do is gonna be amazing. That's all I can say. You know, not being cocky or nothing, but expect the unexpected. You know.
Let's talk about the intro track, Super Target.
Okay.
You was rapping on Super Target.
Yes.
You was getting in your bag on Super Target. Talk about why you made that the intro, and just talk about in general what it takes to put together not just a 16 like that, but I think you went longer than I don't know. It wasn't just a 16 you spit on that one. Just talk about why you decided to make that your coming out song for that project, for this project.
Well, I would say it just felt like an introduction song with me and Dewan Barrino, and you know, I was just letting people know, you don't gotta like me, but majority love me though. Guaranteed to provide a good, authentic, classic flow. I don't do drugs, no. I'm not a thug, so just affiliate with the savages. You already know. I'm just pretty much saying, you know, in general, like, that's a statement. That's my mission statement. You know, that's what it is. Like, you don't gotta like me, but a majority are gonna love me. Right. And it's just not saying that people gonna hate me, but it's just saying with what I'm doing, with the creativity. Y'all may not like it, but y'all gonna love it in the end. That's what I was really trying to say in that song. It's just telling people who I am, you know.
Let me ask you, has it been tough for you? Because just based on the music, I don't hear, there aren't a lot of street references, drug references, cursing. It's a very
it's clean.
Clean music. Has it been hard for you in this age or in this time to where a lot of rappers aren't even rapping.
Yeah.
They just going along to the beat, making the song sound good. But also, you're not even using a lot of the references that a lot of the kids per se or people can relate to. How has it been in your career overcoming that, or has it been receptive for the audience that you're looking for even?
I would say at the end of the day, you have to give people those type of records. I feel like No Lacking is kind of maybe the only club record,
Yeah.
you know, and it's been received very well, man. A lot of people like it. A lot of the street cats that I know, they like it. They really grew with it, and the other street music artists as well. I just feel like you gotta give the people what they used to hearing as well if you want to be accepted as far as doing music, period. Because at the end of the day, as much as I want to do, you know, this different type of music and give people a creative aspect of what my sound is, you gotta also give back to what they can hear, so you can pull them along. And once they in your corner, they in your back pocket. You get what I'm saying? So it's just pretty much just continue doing that. But it hasn't been hard now. But back in the day, it was kind of hard. So like, you know, I don't want to, you know, bow down and you know
perform,
do, you know, go do what everybody else doing. But I had to learn at the end of the day, I can build my own rapport with what I'm doing, and people gonna follow
100%.
in suit. You know,
I'm sure you have a nice fan base that appreciates you for not per se changing. You know, of course, like you said, you're gonna feed what the masses are wanting right now, but at the same time, they know they wanna come to you for some real something that's gonna be clean that they can play for they 5-year-old versus they 85-year-old grandma versus they 30-year-old, you know, whoever it is, they gonna be able to play that, and I'm sure your fan base definitely appreciates you for that. Let me ask you, you've been able to expand your fan base to countries abroad. I just saw you was in Dubai doing an interview. They look like they loved you over there. How has it been trying to grasp this international group? Because I tell people, you wouldn't even realize that there's a country only with 2 million people in it, that you could get all 2 million of those people before you get 100,000 here. But if you don't go out and give that to them, or if you're not even looking at them, you're never gonna find it. How have you used that to your advantage, reaching out internationally?
The transparency is very clear. Like, I feel like overseas they into like people want to do anything. When I went over there and they saw what I was doing over here, they was just amazed. Like, I just feel like with them, they're the type of people like, oh, we see you trying to do this. You want to get your message out. We are willing to help any way, in any shape or form. And I just feel like with them, it was nothing but love. Like, they just love helping people. And overseas, of course, it's going to be different as far as the culture and, you know, how people do things. And, of course, you know, Dubai is very conservative, you know, with, you know, how their lifestyle is, you know, it's nice out there, of course, and it's very hot. It's very hot. So I just feel like being out there, I learned a lot. And it made me, when I came back here in the States, it made me want to hit the ground and just do nothing but work. And I really feel like that's all I've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm continue to grow. I'm continue to go other places abroad, and I'm going to continue just, you know, hit stuff North Carolina, South Carolina, and on up and down the coast.
Before I jump into maybe a little bit of your past, I want to know as far as the visuals. Like, I watched Heavy and I was like, the hell is going on, man? I was like, this is it. Like, I'm tuned, like I'm stuck. I can't stop watching. I'm watching Possum, which we'll watch a little bit later as well. And I'm just like, who is this guy, man? Like, tell me, why are your visuals so vivid? Because it really takes me back to Ludacris music, a music video where I can watch and I'm like, damn, he killing me with the music, but I gotta watch I don't want to just go to Apple. I gotta go to YouTube now. Missy Elliott, those days, are those influences of you, or how do you come about being so visual with these projects that you're putting out?
I love all of them. I love Busta Rhymes, man. He was the first one, you know, to be all the way real. You know, I love Missy. Missy, you know, for the female, she definitely did her thing.
For sure.
And of course, Luda, they all together. They not even in Andre 3000.
Oh yes, oh for sure.
But I just feel like with Busta, when I looking at him as a kid, I was like, wow, like the stuff he did will put your hands where my eyes could see. Like all of them. This is serious and all that. Like it's just
Classics.
I just feel like with him, it's just and the stuff with Janet Jackson he did was crazy. That was like one of my favorite videos.
That video was hard.
Yeah.
That was what they had the lights and
the silver,
was it the fisheye
body?
camera
Yeah.
kind. Yeah.
It's just I felt like when I saw that, I always told myself, and I would always tell my sister, you know, my sister Erica, because we grew up together. My older sister Shanita, of course, we grew up. You know, she's way older than me, of course, but me and Erica, we was 3 years apart, so we was there.
When she got a hold of something, she was passing it on to you.
Right. So it was kind of like she got to really see, you know, me grow as a kid to a teenager to a grown man, and it's just like with my music, she the one that found my talent. You know, we would play together, rap together, and stuff like that too. So we'd go back and forth. And she was like, "Bud, you can really rap. You should try." And that's why I dropped my album on her birthday, July 27th, and I had my album release party July 28th. But I just feel like with the videos, just to go back to that question, I just want people to be amazed by the visuals, by the props, the costumes, because I feel like when you look at something, why are you looking at it? That's like if you see a bad chick out here, you looking at her because she got the future, she got the outfit, she got the hair done, nails done, she jumping out a nice car. The same way they looking at us, they like, oh yeah, I like how his swag is, I like his demeanor, I like his, I like his boss mentality.
And then when you open your mouth and hit him with when the bad chick got the talk game behind it, which is equating to the bars, it's undeniable. Then that's why I definitely see why, and I appreciate it because a lot of the times, and I might have said this on a prior episode, it's not his fault, but Chief Keef don't like, to me, change what the music video game was because now, hey bro, hold the camera. All right, we in our grandma back room. Let's do this video up. Put the video up, now it's gold, and that video did numbers. Right. So now it's like, oh yeah, I can pay the video man $50 to go shoot my video, and you know if the song gonna go off. But that took away to me what the music video was, because it used to be, I used to love watching 106 and Park to see what the top 10 was. I used to watch TRL
out of the basement with Tigger.
Come on, man, and I was waiting on the videos, and it changed, and it kind of hurt me. I was like, because I'm a visual person too. So to see that you were still willing to incorporate that, to step outside the box, to try different things, to still storyboard your videos, which I can tell are involved in that, I gotta commend you for it because it takes that next level of artistry to do. I mean, This Is America, hell of a video, great song, but hell of a video. We need more of those, that talk to us visually. That speak to us on a more personal level because it's going to ultimately keep this music thing alive, in my opinion.
So do you think with the music videos, if you feel like not only the indie artists but the sign artists, if they get back to doing that, generating that movement again with videos where Hype Williams came out, you had Benny Boone,
Lil X,
you had all of them. And not even that, Spike Lee did,
Spike did,
So it's just
I think it just makes the culture, because we do a lot for the culture. We say for the culture, but I think that ultimately keeps that alive because nowadays I don't really go looking for at 12 o'clock. I remember when Michael Jackson dropped his music video, You Rock My World. It came on BET, VH1, MTV at a certain time, and everybody was watching it. We don't have that no more. I don't even know when a video drops anymore.
Man, I'm trying to do that.
Yeah, man. And when you got the networks, the stations taking over, it just shows us that, we have people that are creative. We still have people that are running the culture. And the videos, to me, that's what was doing it back in that time. I say that as if it wasn't 10 years ago, really, but
it was long ago,
Yeah, still.
But I still look at those videos. I go on YouTube and look at it, and of course, I'm finna shoot another video soon. Y'all find out. Y'all the people, man, listen to the album. Y'all give me some ideas of what y'all really want the videos to be. I listen. Y'all the ones that's buying the music. Definitely give me your input, for real.
Let's do this. Let's jump into a video.
Okay.
Let's jump into Possum.
Okay.
We'll get into that. If you want to just give them a little intro about what they're gonna see, what a song came from, maybe the name. Just give us a little information on what Possum is.
I was working at this job. I won't say the name, but I was putting together oxygen. I was the guy that they called if somebody was on hospice, connecting oxygen and stuff, doing medical equipment and I will always be in the small town seeing dad parcels on the road. A lot of my ideas come from working, so I would just see them laying on the road, and I was just like, I remember one day, this is when I was talking to Cap Beats about, you know, the song. I was like, yo, I got this fire song to this instrumental beat that you did, and we end up FaceTiming and everything, and I think this was my first time really communicating with him, letting him know, yo, I really want to use this beat, and we talked the business, and he was like, yeah, you know, just let me know when you're done with it and send it, and I was like, man, I really got a fire song to it, so I went to DeWine, and I told him about the idea, and, you know, he was interested. He was like, you know, this like if I come to you and like, Steven, yo, I want to do a song called Posse. He was like, yo, bro, what you on? Are you okay? What's going on? So
go ask some questions.
After that, you know, once he heard it, he was like, yo, bud, I want to get on the hook. Let me finesse the hook for you. So that's what happened. It was just an organic thing where everything just played its course. And, you know, I really feel like it's when it hit the club, any DJs that want it, holler at me. Like I got some bangers on the album. The whole album solid for real. But if you want the song, definitely hit me up. Let me know.
All right, well, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the song Possum. It's your boy B.U.D. Possum. Check out the video. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of monstrous lines? Have your mind screwed up like Frankenstein? I be your timing like Iodine. Keep your name in lights, that's prime time. Had to always reach your destination. No mission impossible like James Bond. All ears heard it through the grapevine. Success will increase and never will decline.
To get it off like possum. Overheads, you can bloom like blossom. Kick and hit your net worth like soccer. Know what to diagnose the system with and prescribe it with like doctors. Then stage and go ghost like Phantom of the Opera. Then stage and go ghost like Phantom of the Opera.
City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. Let them play, watch all them drop like possum. Let them play, watch them all drop like possum. Let them play, watch all them drop like possum. Let them play, watch them all drop like possum. I know you've been through a lot like vehicles, which makes it worse than some people though. Make things that's supposed to be a touch unreachable. If it's problematic, work through it, which is fun to some like sweatshops. Never have room and space for anybody, so I guess not. Sniper put visual vision, give you your best shot. Schooling represent like mascots, pen and paper, keep the padlock. Had to stay grounded 24/7 around the clock, and I won't stop and I won't quit. Hey mate, watch my cell pitch.
Have to get it off like possum. Overheads, you can bloom like blossom. Kick and hit your net worth like soccer. Know what to diagnose the system with and prescribe it with like doctors. Then stage and go ghost like Phantom of the Opera. Then stage and go ghost like Phantom of the Opera.
City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. City to city, state to state, turn up the knob, bring up the bass. Let 'em play.
Yeah, we back live. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks, but we are in the building. Stephen the Dream, this, that, and the third interview series. I'm here with my man B.U.D. Just watched the music video for Possum. I told y'all, man, the bars is there.
Yo.
The visuals, y'all see the visual, but the bars is there. Before we get into, I got a few more questions I wanted to ask about into this part. Talk about where you're from.
Okay.
What city do you represent? And maybe some of your influences and things you've seen growing up.
Okay. So I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm born and raised here. 704. That's what I represent. But of course, you know, we represent the whole NC. There's a whole all us music artists out here, and I'm just trying to be worldwide with what I'm doing. Some of my influences would have to be just, you know, the greats. The greats. I like some indie artists too. I don't really want to name them, but I will say this. Anybody that's on my album, I really respect something about their artistry. I respect what they do as an individual, because it's not easy being an independent artist. You know, at the end of the day, the greats, they had to go through the same trials and tribulations as us, just trying to, you know, get in the industry, if that's what we even trying to do. 'Cause some people just want to just, you know, express themselves with music, which is cool. At the end of the day, you make it the best way you make it for yourself, and that was advice given to me. Don't, you know, be so hard on yourself. Just have fun. And that's what I'm really trying to do now. You know, have fun. I got an album out. Everybody is being received very well. You know, people wasn't expecting, you know, it to be like it is. But at the end of the day, I'm going to just let the music talk. I'm going to work. That's all I can do.
Let Your Guard Down is a song on the project that I really like. Talk about just maybe some of a situation in a song. Maybe it's that song that you've maybe gone through, and you immediately said, I gotta go to the studio. I gotta go right now, or I gotta write this down.
What's funny about that song? That's when I first got my first signed artist feature from Swift, because he just came out with the Pull Up song, and I never forget. I hit the wind up about it. I was like, yo, I just hit Swift up on Instagram, you know, about, you know, being on the song. And I was like, I just feel like he fit the mold for the song, because Pull Up is just that type of song too. If you notice about it, he got that same feeling, that vibe. And I just felt like he would execute it, which he did. He definitely did his thing. But it's just about a situation where you just want to love again. And it don't have to be about a relationship. It could just be in general. You just want to let your guard down about anything to that special person, in general. And I just feel like when I made that song, that's where I was at in my life at that time. I was like, you know, I ain't going to be so walled up. I'm going to just let my guard down and just take everything for what it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. As I'm looking at the production list, like you said, you work closely with Juan Barino, Cap Beats. Why was Savvy by You? Is it Savvy by You?
Yeah, Savvy by You.
Savvy by You. Why did he have to make the tape? What was so important about Clownface that had to go on? Because everything else is streamlined with the two that you locked in with. What was it about his beat or his production that you heard to say, oh man, come on?
He took that extra step. He came to the studio. He drove an hour to Rock Hill.
Really?
That's where I recorded. Yeah.
Wow.
He drove an hour and he came with his laptop, played the beats for us. We had a talk about what we wanted to do. I was like, yo, I think that was like the second or third beat he played. I was like, yo, this is dope. As soon as he gave me the beat, plus we worked together too at that job where I told you.
Okay.
Know, seeing the possums.
Connections, boy.
Yeah, so, and you know, he was like, yo, I heard that you rap, because my homeboy who got me the job, he knew that I did music way before he got me the job. And he was like, yo, I heard you rap. You know how, like, when people say, oh, I know you do this, you know, I do this too. And that was the type of thing. He was just always a cool dude. He was like a big brother. You know, he gave me advice. He told me to keep my head on and just keep, you know, pressing and doing what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is different and it's going to come sooner or later. So I just felt like, you know, he deserved. And then that song, a lot of people, that's the pop record on the album, of course. Yeah. And I just feel like, you know, it's a fun song for people that got kids. You know, if you want to have the clowns come out to the, you know, party, you want to have the bounce house, you can definitely
that's their theme song right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to, first of all, what scent is our air? Like, is this the outer Savage scent? Is it?
We
have more coming. This is the new car scent. I cannot get over.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things in production. I mean, you brought the ice cream truck for your album release, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy in
Shout out
itself.
to Bucks Ice Cream.
Shout out to them for
Yeah.
sure. If there's an artist right now, like if y'all can, look now, this is that and the third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Issa, King Cannon. If y'all can find me another artist that has an air freshener, because I'm about to put this in the whip right now. I'm about to put this in the whip. I'm about to pop the Outer Savage Experience on the aux cord one more time, and I'm about to vibe out. And I might even damn pull over and make a coloring in this coloring book before all ends. I'm just really impressed by the packaging of everything, BUD. I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely appreciate that, man.
For sure. I commend, like, it's tough out here, because again, like I said, with the music that you're making, you kind of have to go above and beyond because it's not what's catchy per se out here. It's not really what, Murder on the Beat, Weezy. It's not all of that right now. You're really doing something that's different. But with all of this, like, I'm drawn in. Like, there's no way I cannot give this to a kid and say, yo, I need you to check out BUD. And I can go to school and say, look, give this to your kid. You check out BUD, and then you sit there with your daughter and your son and you check it out as well.
Right.
And that doesn't happen a lot, man. So I can't do anything more than commend you for staying true to what you decided to jump into. But working
and it's been
hard.
hard, and
Yeah.
I just really want to say, I just want people to look at me as a prime example. Is people can say whatever, but as long as you stick to what you want to do in life and your goals and dreams, you just gotta go for it. You gotta understand. I done had people say, "Oh, you gotta switch your sound. You could rap, but you switch your style. You could do this, or you get rid of the costumes. You don't gotta do that in the video. Maybe people you need to be regular. You don't need to do your stage shows like this, or you don't need to do that." And I was like, man, forget that. Y'all better understand this. That's what my name stands for, and I just feel like I'm a strong believer. Like, I know people gonna always, I'm not gonna say that. Because I do have people support me, real talk. I do. I have people support me, but you are going to have some individuals that are going to doubt you. But at the end of the day, without doubt, what is the dream? You get what I'm saying?
If everybody was showing love all the time, and you wouldn't know, you would get a false sense of reality.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not going to. There's somebody out here that do not like Kendrick.
Right.
As crazy as it may sound, someone didn't like Michael Jackson. And it's like, yeah, you're crazy. But at the same time, I have to respect you for having your opinion, and I'd rather you tell me I wasn't feeling it versus.
And it's just, and I want to say this too. It ain't even that. It's just I feel like people don't even give it a try. Like I feel like that's what need to happen, especially with my album. Give it a try, man. Just give it a try. Like you try that chicken that came out. Try.
That's the least.
Funny, but
that's
real
the
talk.
least. Yeah.
Definitely give my album a listen. It's dope. It's dope all the way. It's clean music too. You can play it with your children in the car.
It's
You can
radio
definitely,
ready. So all the stations, all the DJs, we definitely need it. Y'all y'all gotta do is call up and request it, cause they ain't gotta. Well, send me the link. Just go to iTunes. It's here. It's already ready. It's already packaged up for you.
It's on every media outlet too, and it's finna be
all
on my
platforms.
website. Yeah, it's everywhere. And not only that, I'm gonna have an event for my coloring book. I'm trying to do something in some community or whatever. I'm just trying to piece that together. But one thing I wanted to keep my focus on the album, even though this is the crazy part, what people don't know. Like I have stayed up numerous nights doing all of this, like literally, because it's myself. And of course, I have people like what they think once I say, okay, I want to do this and that. Like these photos and stuff. That was for my birthday. I had a photo shoot for my birthday. Shout out to Ty Youngblood. That's who did those photos. I just had the idea, and I brought my closest friends around. That's from a video, The Face of Music, by the way. But I just, with all the images that I have out, I came up with them myself with the concepts of how I wanted things and stuff, and also the other one right there. I'm explaining that one. It's pretty much showing how people trying to hold me back. I'm trying to be a superhero. I'm trying to save the day, but they not gonna even try to let me do that. So I just, with anything that I do, I have a message behind it. And I just want to tell the younger kids, man, if your parents, definitely, I can say my parents definitely was involved with uplifting me and wanting to get me out there, especially my dad. My dad will always say, you know, my son rap. My mom, you know, she definitely is proud of her only son doing it, you know, not getting in any trouble, sticking to music. I think any black mother, when they see a young black kid doing something instead of being in the street, they respect it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, my son in the house writing rhymes. He not out there getting in no trouble or anything. But I just feel like, and my sisters, of course, I just came from a family where, you know, of course, I come from an all-American family. We have our ups, downs, or whatever, but at the end of the day, we stuck it out, and we still here rocking. Right. And they watching me do what I do now, and my album release party, it was a movie, man. That's on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Check it out.
I just really feel like just give it a try, like the creativity. Don't even if you know me, just act like you don't know me, and just listen to the music. That's
a lot of people, if they would take away their, we had the conversation. It's like they have to take away that whole thought of this is who you grew up as, this is who they saw you as, and just say I'm gonna listen to him as if DJ Khaled was featured on the track and he was saying this is the new artist. Let's listen to it. Versus that's Lil B.U.D. from down the street, you know what I'm saying? You know, even though that might get the listen, but at the same time, give it a fair chance because I can say I had biases going into it, but until I listened to the music and realized this is a real artist right here, this is somebody that needs to be on this platform, then I would have been in the same boat trying to figure out who was B.U.D. later. So could definitely commend you for putting everything together in motion to give people something like that. You have a feature on the album, Daylight.
Yo, man, shout out to Daylight, man. He the GOAT.
How was that? Why Daylight and Daylight? Like I know Daylight from battle rap. Daylight to me is the like I won't even call him the grandfather of the troll, but before people realized it, because I don't think they realized what he was doing.
He's a master.
Come on, man. And the boy can rap. He did his thing on the album, too. But why and how was it getting that feature put together? How did that go?
Man, I'm going to be honest with the whole Daylight situation. I always, of course, you know, he did what I do with the costumes and stuff in battle rap. I thought that was very interesting to see it in that aspect in the battle arena. I thought it was dope. Like, you know, he trying to bring something different and get people eyes, and that's what I'm trying to do with the music. And I just felt like he was the only person as far as when it comes to that, you know, the battle rap. And plus, I like battle rap as well. Right. And I reached out to him in one number love. He was like, yeah, you know, just let me know when. You know, took care of the business. He got on the song. Of course. So I just feel like he gave me a powerful verse too. Everybody on the track, FaZe Guy, shout out to him, and Sky Blue. And I just feel like with him in particular, I just really felt like it was different. Like, I just feel like his name, I mean, he's everywhere. And it ain't even about working with him to get his fans, because at the end of the day, it's all about being strategic with the move. Of course. You know, it's about getting people, like, engaged with what you're trying to do. And I'm proud of all the artists I got, from Lil Cole, Ali Steele, from Fairmont, Dewan Marino, of course, Kurt, and I got Monty Ray. And then, you know, it's just I got, you know, it's dope people on that project.
Swift.
So, yeah.
It made sense, because if it was going to, now watching your videos, listen to your music, now it was a perfect fit. If you're gonna have a, you know, let's call them bigger name artists on it, of course it will be Daylight, because it goes in a line of kind of the rap that you pursue, the visuals that you pursue. And if, like I said, like you got the pinnacle, like the next one would be Busta Rhymes, it would make sense, you know, as far as big name there. So definitely dope. He definitely did his thing. What have you thought of, like, did you always realize it was a troll? Because it was a time when I didn't realize.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember when Daylight had the ski mask, because, you know, he used to do the ski mask.
Get the mask out, yeah.
The first battle rap I think that went kind of viral for him was the Rich Dollars one. And, you know, from there I was like, yo, he dope with his wordplay, because the way he did set up a bar, but his bar had, like, it was an open bar, but then he had a middle bar, then he had an ending bar. And I just like how he connected his words. And if you hear how he did on Example for My Brothers, man, it's just, I was like, yo, like, everybody did their thing. Yeah. Like, it's just, I feel like that's my classic record on the album. That's I really the one. Do. Yeah, I feel like it's classic. Like, it's classic hip hop. That's what I mean by that, you know. I feel like my album is solid. It's up to the world to name it a classic or not. It just came out, so you know, I don't.
You gotta give it a little time to sit on
At the end
it.
of the day, I just feel like I really feel like for my debut album, I'm very proud of myself and everybody that's involved. You know what I mean? Because we all took our time. You know, we had to get together on the studio time. And I'm gonna tell you a true story. That example for my brothers. That the beat had to get remade. The Juan Marino, shout out to him. Phase Guy waited a whole year to do that verse. You get what I'm saying? So that's why when you hear his verse, you gotta understand.
He really brought it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. It's just crazy. I just really feel like my album is a collective piece of art. Like I just really feel like with everything from the art cover, from the features, from the interludes in between the deluxe vision.
You gotta get the deluxe because I see
the deluxe. You gotta get that
there's
for
some
me,
more there.
you know, so you can meet me personally. But I just really feel like the album, people just gonna enjoy, have fun, and it's okay to be creative. And for people to be like, oh, you know, that may be wacky a little bit, but we get it. I just feel like I see the world differently, and you gotta understand what I'm doing is gonna go down in history sooner or later, whether I get signed or not. I'm gonna be a legend before it's all said and done.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it 100%, and I'm happy to be a part of the journey of you getting there. Whether it happened next week, next year, whenever it is, the fact that we got a chance to sit down, rap a little bit. Before we get out of here, I think, and we haven't done this on this, that, and the third. I mean, I haven't even presented it to no artist, but he came out the woodwork and said, the bars is ready.
Yep.
If you need some the bar out off the dome, not even that they're ready, they always ready.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, do me a favor, tell the people what's next. Give them your socials one more time, and then just kind of give us a little bit of what to expect within the next few months for BUD.
Okay, so I'm gonna get the social media first. My Instagram is Bud the Rapper, and I'm gonna spell it for you: BUDDARAPPER. Also, my Facebook is Bud-U-D. You could definitely catch me on there. My Snapchat is also the same as my Instagram, Bud the Rapper. I'm on Twitter as well, Bud_DaVinci. That's BUD_DAVINCI. And I'm going to have a website out soon, so you can just, you know, I'm going to have it on all the pages, so you can just definitely tune in with my website. And what I have going on next, of course, you know, I got my coloring book, Color Me BUD, that's finna be out. That's crazy. That's the sample. I had to bring that to him.
I don't even want to open it for y'all. I'm going to just give y'all the cover,
But
man.
I'm definitely trying to set that up with, you know, the children in the community, and the coloring book, of course. I just want people to, you know, color me for who they see I am. That's why it's called Color Me BUD. And of course, I also, just to bring this up, I got a cologne coming out. It's called Sir Budget. It's for the grown and sexy. So
Sir Budget.
Sir Budget. So if you want to spray that on and get, you know, smell good for your woman, your lady, your friend, girl, whoever, definitely put that on. If you just want to smell good at work, it's for the grown and sexy guys out here that want to, you know, smell good. So
There it is.
the cologne definitely it's gonna turn heads. So, and I got other stuff coming too. And you know, hold up.
Oh man, it's
Hold
more.
on.
There's more.
Hold up. I meant to give you this. Also the chapstick. That's that.
Stop
So,
playing.
you already know I got the chapstick. It's been doing wonders. Everybody like the chapstick, so got it. It's wintertime coming up, so that was seasonal right there. So I'm giving it to him. You know, he showed major love. I came with the gifts,
My
of course.
God,
Yeah,
thank you, man.
I appreciate it. So yeah.
Well, let's do this, man. This is This, That, and the Third interview series. It's your boy Steven the Dream, presented by DJ Issa King Cannon on the Check-In Podcast. Y'all make sure to check that out every
Shout
week.
out to them too.
Coming with entertainment, music, interviews, all your hottest stuff on a weekly basis. Shout out to something called Doobies, the clothing line. I got the OG classic shirts on. They just dropped a new colorway. They just dropped the new designs, the new flavors. Y'all make sure to check those out as well. I'm going to play a beat from my boy Sid's a Genius. He's out in Atlanta. He sent me a really fire beat that I really like, that it might be a new song, man. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You might want to go ahead and grab up on it right now. I'm gonna play it for y'all. We're gonna get into the freestyle. BUD, Better Understand This. Y'all check them out. The Outer Savage Experience album out now, all platforms, and we'll see y'all next time. Y'all enjoy the vibes though. We here.
Yeah, this, that, and the third, BUD, check me out, Some may wear their height on the sleeve. You know what I do. I wear nothing but flames on my sleeve. Wouldn't believe. Now you gon' see BUD. I'ma go down in history. This off the dunk of what I'm spitting. You know how I be kicking. Everybody better get with it. BUD is committed. And my creativity is on another level though. Everybody know these MCs better get the shovel though. I'm burying them down. My career is elevating up. Everybody better know BUD ain't taking nothing from nobody. Cause I spit what I spit. Everybody better hold up and better get a grip, cause what I'm coming with is so different. Everybody know I'm like 2 Chainz, I'm so gifted. Everybody know what my flow real ridiculous. It's off the dome, y'all better get with it, cause I already spit it, man. Hold up, y'all don't want me to get no pen and pad. Hold up, let me take it back and I'm mad. Everybody, these MCs gonna be really sad, but I know my family, they gonna be really glad. I'm finna make those millions, and the Mustangs I'm willing. Everybody better be with it. Everybody know I'm committed, man. I swear I'm committed. Everything I do, I'm with it. And know when I be spitting, y'all know that I'm ridiculous as BUD. Y'all better come and get my CD. Everything that I do, it be gravy. Y'all already know I'm just gonna keep it rocking. That arm lift like a newborn baby. I spit crazy, and y'all know how I does it. Everybody in the world, they really gon' love it. Everybody up here, they better purchase the album. Everybody know I'm like 50 Cent to the power, but
Woo. Yo, it's BUD, the Outer Savage Experience.
and they were freestyle too.
Off
man.
the dome.
Listen.
There was no reading, there was no writing. That's what you do, man. It's a real artist for you.
Dope.
We'll check y'all out next time. Y'all make sure to check out the project. This, that, and the third interview series. Boy, Steven the Dream. I'm out.